Welcome to Cuse Countdown, ACC Head Coach Lookalike Edition. I'm Jay Alter alongside my guys Andrew Miller and JP Chunga. And fellas, we've got quite a treat in store for the people. Not breaking down X's and O's, just telling people what the ACC coaches look like. Let's start with Jimbo Fisher, head coach of Florida State. You know, defending national champ atop of the conference. This guy's got everything going for him, but it keeps him pretty busy, JP.
And he's got to keep the guys in line. He's got a lot on his plate. Looks like a guy who leaves his kids at school late. And he picks them up late, too.
And he's got a lot going on in his family. Not only the kids, Andrew, but...
Well, he definitely looks like a guy who has to ask his wife before he goes out with the boys for permission every single time.
Look at those eyes. Even in the picture, he's wondering if he's smiling all right. You feel bad because everyone wants to have a bowling night, but he's got to check with the missus first.
Probably a tight leash for him.
All right, moving on to BC head coach Steve Addazio, and he's got the big win against USC, but Andrew, if it doesn't work out, he's got quite the fallback.
If it doesn't work out, Steve Addazio looks like a guy who could run an Italian deli all by himself.
Yeah, Addazio's Deli. I think I'd go to it. What would you guys get?
I don't know. I'm more of a Reuben guy. I bet you he could put together a pretty good Reuben.
I'm thinking a pastrami sandwich for me.
I also have a good one for Steve Addazio. He looks like a bus driver. Take him down to Disney, he could run that thing all over the place.
I feel like he's the bus driver that gives a pretty good tour also. You know, a nice little voicing. Well, on your left, you've got...
No, he'd be a hard ass. You know he would.
No one in the aisle. No one.
No one's in the aisle, and he would also keep everybody focused. This is a ride. Keep your arms and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
All right, moving on to the Miami headman, Al Golden. And JP, you've got a pretty good one for this.
Looks a little sleazy. Looks like he ran for Congress in 2004. Might have lost. I don't know the results. But Al Golden looks like a guy who takes the elevator up one floor.
Oh, he's a little more fit than that.
He is, but he doesn't
give him enough credit.
He doesn't do it. Doesn't go for the stairs. He goes one floor up, and he's there.
You want another fallback? Golden looks like a guy could probably push a lot of cars off of a used sale lot.
Oh, the used cars with Al Golden. It's a tie, right?
Him and Josh Gordon.
He's one of the few ACC coaches that wears a tie, much like a used car salesman.
Check the Carfax.
Moving on to Dabo and Clemson, head coach of the Tigers. And, oh, man, there's so many things you could say. JP, what do you got?
Well, like Scott Schaefer, I don't think I have the greatest ideas for Dabo. Dabo looks like he runs on a high school track in under 5 minutes, and he says to himself, still got it.
To a high schooler.
To a high schooler.
That he just whipped on the fourth lap.
Well, maybe here's another high schooler that could get involved. He goes up to the high school waitress at the diner, leaves probably a really small tip and says, hey, just don't spend it all in one place.
If Dabo's walking into your diner, you don't want to take his table. All right, we've got some good punches in, but I think we've saved the best for last here on Cuse Countdown. Georgia Tech head coach Paul Johnson. Let's take it full. There's so many things you could say, but there's one thing that just catches your eye immediately. Paul Johnson looks like an owl.
It's just too easy. Look at the eyes.
Oh!
They're just coming at you.
Can we get a headset on the owl?
I think it does have a headset.
Tell him that triple threat offense. I mean, oh my God. Paul Johnson looking like an owl, and you can follow us on Twitter at CitrusTV Sports for more ACC fun. We got it all football and basketball season long. For Andrew Miller and JP Chunga, I'm Jay Alter.